All right, Bps Reps, we're live. We had a little technical issue there, but we're live to commemorate today, a day that will live in infamy. We will never forget 9/11. Um, just the scary, horrible, just a horrible day in our nation's history, in our world's history. Um, just thank you to everybody who took up for after that happened. But you know, George Bush throwing out that first pitch, that video, I can never get tired of watching that video. Just the confidence he showed, just getting the nation seemingly back on track. And I was telling Mini Vips today, I showed him that video. Then Sammy Sosa running with the flag. Um, that baseball really helped heal the country. Um, really had a great part in it. It would have been poetic justice, I guess that's a good term, if the Yankees won the World Series that year. It wasn't for the Diamondbacks. But all in all, baseball brought the country back together. It was one of the things. Obviously, it's just a game, of course, but it did its part. So this is the Better Late Than Never tour. It's 8/11. Do Decision 2016. Actually, no, we're not going to do the Decision tonight. We're going to do Desert Storm. Desert Storm was it was 10 years before 9/11. But it was just another instance where we had to fight against the terrorists. The country took up against the terrorists. This is an F-4 Phantom, pretty badass fighter jet, I think it is. An A-10 Warthog, another jet, rolling out. This looks like a tank going over like desert. Look at that. It's unstoppable. Allied forces. The USS Long Beach. It's a pretty cool, it looks like an aircraft carrier piece right here, I think. A harpoon launch. The LAV light armored vehicle and the F-111 Aardvark. I think the Aardvark was pretty badass, I think, if I remember. It's ahead of its time. And then we got a flag of Morocco. If you guys remember Don Morocco, he was named after the entire country. He was a wrestler. And actually, I don't know if the country was named after him or he was named after the country, but pretty cool. Pretty cool. Got 88 tops. Yo, Scott. 7 runs. Nice. The cards were fitting. The original Rock. He was. Don Morocco was a phony. The Rock was the real Rock. Or do you mean Morocco was the real Rock? Don Morocco. Didn't he team up with somebody? Wasn't he a tag team with somebody? Wasn't he? Didn't he go by the name the Magnificent Morocco? If I remember. How's Seabolt doing? We finally have a Giants correspondent. I don't know if he's watching tonight, but Kevin, we did a couple trades in fantasy, and then we did a trade in Scott's Triple E. And it turns out he's a Giants fan, so he's now our Giants correspondent, whether he likes it or not. He will be the beneficiary of pretty much all the Giants cards. They will be stashed away for him. He's going to join whenever he can. He's got a lot of things going on. Not bad things. He's got, 2 kids, so this time's a little tough for him. But I told him, I said, join anytime. Talk baseball. Don Morocco and Cowboy Bob Orton. Didn't Bob Orton have the cast at one point? But we have it. He's the insider for San Fran. Gum is rough. Speaking of rough, Jack Clark. Two runs, two innings. All right, not bad. First game, facing a good White Sox offense. Phillies have to go to a bullpen game every 5 games. They should do it like twice every 5 games and replace Nola, but that's either here nor there. And they have no starters ready for the majors. They didn't develop Howard and traded him. They got Hans Kraus. Give him a chance. Adonis Medina, who they've been going back and forth between starting and relieving, they traded away Seabold. They had options. They just screwed them up. Howard, not doing so good, but he's been hurt and he's still feeling the after effects of the Phillies ding dongs with him, up and down, side to side, messing with him. I think next year he's going to be a supreme buy low candidate. Suarez is doing well. Suarez, Wheeler, they're the only two good pitchers they have. Eflin's hurt. Nola is like a mop-up man. Doey, he's good in the minors. He's a reliever, but he struggled in the beginning, but he turned it up like after I think like May or June. But he's a reliever. Why don't they bring him up? Throw him in the bullpen for their famous bullpen games. Maybe he can get 3 outs since Rosso, De Los Santos, Alvarado, and the rest can't. Frank White. He was a good player, right? He had some good games. Steve Crawford. David Parkinson, he struggled this year. He did not do good. I think he's a AA. He did not do good at all. As expected. He was the Paul Owens minor league pitcher of the year in, I think, 2018, 2019. I think he gets like 5 strikeouts every 9 innings. Ground ball pitcher, not overpowering. You know what? He's been around a while. They should give him a chance. Yep, that was him. They should just give him a chance. Call him up. Just say, hey, go do your best. You can't do no worse than Rosso, Lavera, and the rest. Scotty C, if you're watching, it's your cousin Steve Crawford, nephew of Jack of Hannibal fame. This is going in your stash. Joe Johnson. Sounds like a fake name. What's your name, Joe? Joe Johnson. Yeah, right. Jim Morrison, the only baseball player to be resurrected from the dead. He went from the Doors to the Pirates to the Tigers. Really? I don't remember him at all. Awesome mustache. As our Boston correspondent, Guru, you would know that. It's like many people don't know Manny Trio was phenomenal in 1980 for the Phillies in their championship series. That's why we have the correspondence. It's important for team correspondents to let us know that Steve Crawford wasn't always a jobber. In the 86 playoffs, he did good. Sometimes you just need to step up for a playoff game and you become a hero. He probably never has to buy a beer in Boston because of that. Paul Ossenmacher, the birthday boy. He was born December 10th, but we celebrate his birthday every time we pull his card. Happy birthday, Paul Ossenmacher. Awesome. Love pulling this guy's cards out of the hat. We're back. Luis Polonia, he did bad things to underage girls, allegedly, and we don't condone that. Keith Hughes. Now, Keith Hughes, Philly, ashamed to be the Phillies correspondent. He was a middle infielder. It says outfielder here, but he was a shortstop. Came over from the Yankees. I forgot what trade it was. He did nothing for the Phillies. Playoffs, nothing. They didn't make the playoffs when he was on the team. He was their bad luck charm. And it took them until 07, actually 93, to reverse the jinx of Keith Hughes. Dennis Powell. Here you go, Philly Red Sox connection. John Marzano, RIP. He had a heart attack and fell down the steps. Went to Temple University, my alma mater. I didn't go there because of him. Ellis Burks, is his birthday today? Oh, you know what? I didn't do that today in baseball. Let's see. Ellis Burks, born today in 1964. Not that I didn't believe you. I just wanted to see what year. He's the only person that's noteworthy that was born today. Barney Olson. I guess he was a mixture of Barney, the big purple dinosaur, and Greg Olson. Wow, that's a weird combination. That's really all that happened in baseball. Connie Mack, 1886, made his major league debut. Managed the Phillies for like 50 years. There's a statue of him outside the stadium. Not a big one either. I don't think they celebrate him enough around here. I guess because like it was like 700 years ago he did something. Eduardo Perez, yeah, today. I just locked out. He was probably born around the same time, maybe about 5-6 years after Burks. So, Marzano, he was a Philly kid, South Philly kid. They still have a half ball tournament in his memory every year. Probably about like a mile away. He didn't do much in the majors, but RIP. BJ Surhoff. I could always use a BJ Surhoff. Always. He was a catcher, then he moved to third base, then outfield, I think, with the Orioles. Jim Lindemann, he was a rated rookie for Donruss in 1987. They didn't say underneath that he was rated poorly, though. Corbin Burns. my OPS. I was never asked to play. Maybe I should just go there one day when I know they're playing and just grab a stick. Just volunteer to play. My OPS. I'll tell you what I'll do if I play baseball right now. I'll bat about 200, but my on base percentage will be like about 500 because I'm very passive at the plate and I can take a walk, but I have no power and no speed. I don't know what player to compare me to. Ted Williams for on base percentage, Pablo Sandoval for speed, and Mendoza for my hitting ability. So if you could picture that type of player, that's me. My defense is horrible. So maybe Kyle Schwarber. But I'll play hard every pitch, unlike JT Realmuto, who struck out with the bases loaded tonight. Lou Brock's kid, Greg. A lot of people don't know Lou Brock had a son. Jeff Robinson and Damaso Garcia. It's a pretty cool picture. Looks like a minor league shot. Other than Paul Ossenmacher, that pack sucked. That was a bad pack. Topps 1980s. This is the shoebox collection. How many more of these left? I'm trying to complete not the whole set, but some of the cards go in the badass binder. Bo Jackson, Canseco, Dave Parker from the 70 pack. Got Walt Weiss, who was Rookie of the Year in '88. Pudge Fisk. I think I got a Fisk already in your stash, but if we get another one, you should have that one too. I think I got it. I have to check it. Oh, well, first, Bill Madlock. He wasn't a bit. We got a nice piece next. Bill Madlock wasn't a bad player. He was a Cub, Pirate. I think he was like a 300 kind of batter. Bo Jackson. Look at this. Well, I don't think Fisk won't be in the 80s. He'll be in the 70s pack. But look, this is Bo Jackson. Can't get him on Twitter. He's very happy about this. I'm very happy about this. I got one in the badass PC binder for Bo Jackson. I was thinking that when I opened it up and I saw Bill Madlock, was he the Mad Dog? I don't remember his name. Let's see. You know, we're going to find out. Don't go anywhere. I'm opening up this thing called Google. Bill Madlock nickname. Let's see. Mad Dog. Good call, Scott. Mo Vaughn was the hit dog. After he left the Red Sox, when he went to the Mets, he should have been a hot dog. Because I don't think Mo Vaughn did anything once he left the Red Sox, right? I think he sucked for the Mets and the Angels. Let's find out. I got this thing called Google, right? Pretty cool. You just type in something, and it tells you. You could like find information. It's like an encyclopedia. Let's see. I'm going to move over the Twitter piece a little bit. Okay. Mo Vaughn baseball stats. Here it is. All right. Looking up Mo Vaughn. Jesus Christ. Oh, shit. He was good with Anaheim. With the Red Sox. Look at these numbers. Jesus Christ. 44 home runs, 143 RBIs, 326, 420, 583, 1.003 OPS with the Sox in 96. His home run totals with Boston 4, 13, 29, 26, 39, 44, 35, 40, 30. Well, and with Anaheim 33 and 36, batted 281, 272. Still got on base about a 360 clip. Went to the Mets, 26 home runs, 259 average, then 3 home runs, 190 average. Wow. Let's see, 95 MVP. Let's see. You are absolutely right. MVP, Silver Slugger, and All-Star. His MVP endings, 93 he was 18th, 94 he was 17th, 95 he won it, 96 he was 5th, 25th in 97, and 4th in the voting in 98. Wow, yo, I didn't know he had that second numbers. That's like Frank Thomas numbers. Average power, the total opposite of what I could do on a baseball field. Pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. Bo Jackson could have did that plus much more if he stayed healthy. Maybe. Buddy Bell, right? Hall of Fame worthy. Those numbers are pretty crazy. They're sick. We got an algorithm. Whenever we get Bo Jackson, we get Eric Davis and Doc Gooden rookies in the same pack. This is not a complaint. This is actually a happiness. This is a complaint. Then we also get George Bell and Harold Reynolds. So I'm hoping the Target comes in this week. I think it's expected Thursday. It's a Prism. It's a Fire and Gypsy Queen. I'm not really big on Fire and Gypsy Queen, but I had to get a box of each. No, I don't think 4 generations ever happened. Unless but they find out that George Bell is David Bell, illegitimate child, right? Gus Bell, Buddy Bell, David Bell, and George Bell. We got to get a DNA test for these guys. If so, that's 4 generations. We got to get that. Because look, this is 80, this is 82. He came after him. Maybe he was pregnant with him in this card, with George. That'll be great. I don't think 4 generations happened. Allen and Ginter. Some of these are image variations. I don't know if this one, I don't know exactly if this one is, but I know like Mike Schmidt, he's on his rookie card has 3 players. Ron Say, John Hilton, Mike Schmidt on these cards. You know what? Wait, I got some. On these cards, they only do the one player. So I'm going to open up a 70s before we get to Allen and Funter. And hopefully we'll get the Mike Schmidt here to show you. Oh, well, here, look, Bill Buckner. This is his rookie card. It's only the top part. So I'm assuming there was another, it looks like there was another person attached to this card at one point. Darrell Evans, same thing. This looks like it was part of a 4-piece, like the Let It Be album cover. I always look over there when I say Let It Be because I used to have the album up on the wall over there, but it was replaced by Sgt. Pepper's. So if you ever see me look there when I say Let It Be, that's why. Bert Blyleven, Dave, Immaculate Concepcion. I got a Dwight Evans in your next stash. I got quite a few Red Sox in your next stash. George Foster. He hit 52 home runs in like 1977. Something like that. But nobody liked him. I didn't even know he was on the Giants. Kevin, if you're watching, this is your welcome card. Giants, it's a George Foster rookie. This has got to be worth hundreds of dollars. Mint condition, pack, well, it's Bps mint, but it's pack fresh. Not $1. Bobby Grich, I think he was a good glove. I love these 71 cards. Topps did was a Legends or an Archives of these last year or a year and a half ago, thanks to these cards and Scotty's influence. That's why we're here now, because I saw the Phillies. He had a break. He said, I know you're not in the cards, but if I have a spot if you're interested. And it was these cards, the Phillies throwback. And I said, I always loved the 71 design. Count me in. And I got a Bryce Harper name variation. It said Bam Bam. And it said Bryce Harper. And I got Jay Bruce. And that's why we're here now, everyone. Greg Luzinski, the Bull. You know what? There are like 2 subways around. Maybe we will do that after the baseball season. Because if I ever go outside, I like to do it at Citizens Bank. But that's what we'll do. We'll celebrate maybe the final day of the season at Subway. Oh, Ron Say, we just talked about it. But it's a 73 with Schmidt. This is a 72 era. This is so weird. And Ron Say's rookie with Schmidt, it's his face. It's not him holding a bat. I'm a little confused right now. All right, final pack, Allen and DJ Tommy Hunter. The goal here is a hoagie or a sub. I think they're called in other parts of the country. Meat sandwich, possibly. Speaking of Subway, we want a hoagie out of this pack. The first card we get it's not a hoagie, but it's a cheater. Carlos Correa. He'd love the trash can. And that's exactly what we're going to put the card after. Juan Gonzalez on the Rangers. I act like he was on any other team. I don't think he was on other teams. So this is Juan Gonzalez on, I think, the only team he ever played on. It's not the reverse negative like the 90 Donruss. Rogers Hornsby. I think he was he also managed the Cardinals. Wasn't he a second baseman? Guess he was a second baseman. Can't read them. But he was a damn good player. Isaac Paredes. He's a rookie with the Tigers. Kurt, earmuffs if you're watching. He sucks. He's just a bad player. Sorry for cursing. Oh shit! I needed this one. It's Alec Bohm, the Murad reimagined. I don't have this for the Bohm PC. It's a cool 50 card subset that they have. Isaac Paredes. He should call him DFA Paredes because if he keeps batting less than I weigh, or less than a 15-year-old kid weighs, he's killing the fantasy teams. Earmuffs, Kurt. Sorry. Got boom. Yo, this is nice. I'm killing Isaac Paredes for his batting average. Alec Boehm's lucky to be batting 200, but he's going to get his act together down in the minors. Maybe we'll send him to play winter ball. He'll get it together. He's too good not to. And Nick Neidhart, the Hart Foundation, they have a baseball player. He's with Miami. Sorry, Staff. He's a jobber. He killed me on my fantasy teams. He pitches one inning and gives up like 4 runs. He's no Edward Cabrera. Alec Baum in the minors, yeah. In the majors, it's more like Alec, like jobber. Adam Baum, Garbage Pail Kids. Wasn't he the first card of the set? Let me see what else I got here. There they go. All right. Got one more pack in me. This is the 2019 sticker collection. These are so cool. I like the way these guys look. Say hi to my man Rob One. I'm still waiting for you to accept my challenge to play you in virtual chess. Ken Griffey Jr. Week continues. Nobody got last night's question right. It was Pete Rose broke Ty Cobb's record for most hits in a career. Damn pop-ups. There we go. It's out of the way now. So a bunch of Ken Griffey Jr.'s. What team is going to cut Zach Paredes in probably about another 2 years? What team does he play for now? So if you name that team. Michael Wacha on the Cardinals. And then on the other side, speaking of Tigers, we know Kurt's a big Justin Verlander fan. There's Justin Verlander and Edwin Diaz on the same card. At one point, they were both phenomenal. And Michael Wacha, who I think he's actually resurrecting his career with Tampa this year. Ryan Zimmerman. Oh, mascots. There's like all kinds of mascots on the other side. Mrs. Red looking as nice as ever. Wow. Mr. Red, who's only there to make me jealous. Rosie Red. Dinger, who was the cause of a lot of controversy in Colorado earlier in the year. And Billy the Marlin. Look at that piece. This is phenomenal. I think I'm more happy to get this than the Bo Jackson. It's Conan the mascot. Badass binder. Nice. Brett Gardner and Nolan Arenado. Brett Gardner, he had an okay career. So we know Paul is our Yankees correspondent, and Obi is a Colorado correspondent in addition to the Braves. So we can't rip it in half. So we're going to manufacture our own card. So they both get to share the joy of achieving their cards in their stash. That's the beauty of these stickers. And Arenado is going to go on top of Rogers Hornsby. So Obi gets this, but on the other side, wait, you think, oh, let me see what Nolan did last year. It's a trick. Rogers Hornsby information. But you can't tell because it's so perfectly centered. And the Brett Gardner, let me see how many home runs he had last year. I think that was the year he was juiced up, allegedly. Blank. It's a blank slate. Because if he was on juice, it doesn't really count. So it's removed. And then Starling Marte, who's phenomenal for Oakland. He's the Oakland with Harper as the Philly. Them two are trying to will them in the playoffs, but the other players don't seem to want to cooperate. And Kenley Jansen, still closing games for the Dodgers. So I think that was a pretty good pack all in all. Pretty good night. So that's all I got tonight, fellas. Scotty, good luck to Seabold and Boston. Keep doing what you're doing. Red Sox. Ken Griffey. What team does Isaac Parades play for now? So that's all I got, fellas. Thank you all for joining. You enjoy the rest of the weekend. We'll see you guys tomorrow night. You keep watching. I'll keep ripping. Have a great night, everyone.